Hello and welcome to another day, to another ride. But this one will be a special one because today I'm about to do my very first full FTP 20-minute test as someone who just started with cycling 3 months ago. And to be honest, I have some serious doubts about surviving this. So far I did the easier ramp test version like 2 months ago, as you could have seen in this Becoming a Cyclist series, and it was already pretty intense experience.
Fuck. I'm right to the end. I'm trying. Fuck.
So to prepare for today, for the biggest effort on the bike for me yet, I've already consumed overnight oats to give my body enough carbohydrates and also now the time to digest it properly before I will hop on the bike. And now, just 20 or 30 minutes before the ride, I'm actually gonna consume either G1M Sport here or Intra Workout from Will Gain here, which are basically like the same products, carbohydrate drink with electrolytes included. But this one from Will Gain also includes caffeine, which, as I'm thinking of it right now, I'm not gonna consume today, even though I'm really in the mood for the peach and orange flavor, but mostly because I already had coffee in the morning and I usually, like after coffee, sweat much more. And for today, I think there will be already enough sweat included from the bike and from the FTP test already. So I'm gonna leave out caffeine for today. Anyway, these carbohydrate drinks have been truly a game changer for me, whether for my runs or indoor sessions now, mostly because from the reason that there are carbohydrates included to keep me fueled before and during the ride or during the run, which is really like easy to digest and very fast to digest. And also there are electrolytes to keep me hydrated again before and during the activity. And yeah, I haven't been facing any stomach issues or whatsoever, and I can definitely feel the improvements, whether, as I mentioned, during the ride or during the run, that I'm not bonking, I have more energy and I can like sustain my calories intake for the activity. So I can highly recommend using them as well. And once I'll be sipping that, I also wanted to share with you my big personal milestone, which is hitting 1000 subscribers here on YouTube, which I'm super grateful for. And thank you if by any chance you're subscribed to this channel, watching this video right now. It truly means a lot. And I actually wanted to share with you like basically the milestone or like the state where this YouTube channel is, because it is something I really enjoy of building as my like hobby, creative hobby. So just very briefly, I'm already in my YouTube studio. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Here you can see like the latest video and already 1047 subscribers. So again, really stoked about that. But what I just want to share with you or like show you here is like the next possible milestone for me, which is like here in the Earn tab, which I'm obviously not making any money from this channel or anything. However, to be at least making some sort of money from ads revenue, I need to be like hitting the monetization status, which is that you need 1000 subscribers, which I already now have. And secondly, you need 4000 watch hours on the YouTube channel of yours. And at this point, I'm at like 3749, which is pretty close to 4000. And I'm not sharing that like from the reason, look, I will be making money pretty soon. That is awesome. Yeah, it is, but it's not the point. The point is that I just want to share it with you to see what is behind the channel, whether it is creative journey here on YouTube as a like creative, but also as an athlete or like athlete getting into cycling and running and maybe something else in the future. So I really like value and enjoy you guys at the beginning when I'm not that good as I could be in the next 2 or 3 years, whether as a creative or as an athlete. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you very much for being here, for watching my videos, for being a subscriber and helping me potentially to hit the monetization status and be earning some little bit of money to invest it back to the channel. And yeah, now enough of talking about YouTube journey, and now I'm gonna finish that, prepare the clothes and everything, do a proper warm-up, and then we're gonna enter the pain cave during the FTP test. Alright, I'm already in the ROUVY main menu and let's go find the FTP test. So I'm gonna do workouts here and let's find the FTP, the 20-minute variant. So Let's go here, search workouts. Yeah, here FTP test. That is what I was mentioning, the ramp test version. And my FTP result from that ramp test initially was 225, which, as I learned later on, that like these ramp tests are more of a overestimating your actual FTP. So we will see about that. And now I'm gonna do one of these 20-minute FTP test variant. So I think I'm gonna do this one with 10-minute warm-up variant, just like in terms of having a proper warm-up. So let's pick that. And here we go. The FTP test consists of 3 parts: warm-up, FTP test, and cooldown. You can end the FTP test at any time during the cooldown without affecting the test results. The final FTP value is calculated as 95% of your 20-minute peak power. All right, and it's on the La Vuelta stage 17 Santander, so it's looking sunny, everything's great. And here, yeah, as I was mentioning, like my FTP from that ramp test initially was 225. I'm not really sure what strategy I should go with, because going out of nowhere for 20 minutes and trying to sustain the effort, the high effort, is something unknown for me and also challenging. So I think I'm just gonna do a warm-up, and then I will try to hop on these 225 watts, and I will see if I'll be able to sustain it. Most likely not, but we will see. And my goal is basically just not be in that phase where I would like rush it at the start and then like die basically throughout the workout. So that's my goal, and without any further ado, let's get into it. So I'm just gonna hit start workout. Here we go. Start pedaling or press button to begin workout. Okay, so maybe just a quick break. I'm gonna hop on the toilet before we start the workout, because that's usually my issue here. And if you've been watching this series, you know that already. So give me a sec. All right, so I'm back. Let's clip in and let's start the warm-up. It already started. Okay, let's go straight into it. So let's change gears. This will be fun. Like the first 10 minutes only, the warm-up. Anyway, in terms of the stats, okay, we have here heart rate, watts are here, and that's basically all we need, I guess. Here is the line where we at. This is the warm-up session. Here is the 20-minute block, and then the cooldown, which I would love to be already in the cooldown session. And also I just want to mention, which is something I've already mentioned in the previous video, but I do not have a fan, and I know what you're probably thinking, like, what the hell, man, that's the biggest mistake you can make, and I'm aware of that. And I'm aware of that it will also affect my performance here and actually like possibly my FTP. However, I just want to mention very briefly what happened. I've already ordered 2 fans, and first one got stuck in the shipping process, and it was in this phase where like the company was reaching out to me, wait a bit, and then I just lost my patience, ordered another one from another company, and that one came broken actually, which I found out once I unboxed it. And now I'm in that stage, like in the upcoming few weeks, like the weather will be pretty good, hopefully, and I'm in this stage like, should I really order a fan for just few weeks before I will finally get this bike outdoors and spend obviously like the better weather riding outdoors rather than on the indoor. So that's why I don't have a fan. I understand that I'm making the mistake and I'm making this much harder for myself, but it is what it is, and I'm already looking forward to be riding outdoors. So okay, let's also start the Apple Watch activity, because otherwise we're not doing anything. Indoor cycle, yeah. I think this is really great that you can also choose on which course you're gonna do that FTP test, because I wasn't in the mood like going the same course in the Norway, which was on the ramp test variant, which absolutely no offense to that course, it was beautiful, but I just wanted something different, and it is possible, so why not? And in my head, like 20 minutes, it doesn't sound like a lot, but then when you think about it, it is a lot, and I'm already, like as I was mentioning, pretty intimidated about it. Like kinda don't know what to expect. I just expect that it will be hard, but that's not, you know, like pretty concrete. We will see. That's the best thing I can do. Not be thinking about it too much and just try to push it as hard as I can and as long
as I can. Let's prepare the towel because it will be pretty much needed, I guess, after a few minutes, especially with no time, right? All right, 16 seconds, 15. Let's do this. One last sip. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. All right, that was maybe too much. So far, so good. So we're currently at 213 watts. All right, so the first minute is behind me. I'm really kind of scared to be pushing more, as I'm like in the mood that I could, but as I was mentioning, like due to strategy, I don't want to like bonk after a few minutes, but let's try to push it a bit. But I'm not really sure if I can like push even more, or like if the ROUVY will distinguish, because to me, almost car hit me, because to me it feels like I'm pushing more than 213 watts, but somehow it isn't showing, or maybe I'm not pushing, but I feel so. Let's try to, okay. So if I speed up more, it will show up, but okay, so 15 minutes to go. I had some difficulties with changing gears, because actually on my easy 2 rides, I don't tend to change the gears so often and to that hard speed, so this is definitely new to me and I should have thought about that. It's like, I think the ROUVY won't let me, because I would love to change the gear, but on the maximum, so I need to be like pedaling much higher frequency than I would love to, but I guess this is all I can do, so that's not really ideal and what I was expecting. Anyway, okay, let's try to focus and push as much as I can. It's 8 minutes behind me. The issues with gears are hopefully behind me as well, so now let's try to push it. Okay, so now I'm not really in the mood to change gears already anymore. Maybe it was enough. I was just greedy because I'm starting to feel it in my legs, and my heart rate is also going up. And I've now possibly realized that if I would have set higher FTP before I started the test, then I guess it would allow me to like take on higher watts, almost in the half of it. It's dangerous streets here. So still sitting at these 213 watts, keeping the 100% effort. I would love to do more, but this feels like a sweet spot, quote unquote sweet spot. No. The second 10-minute interval will be much longer and harder than the first. I can already feel a slight burn in my legs, in my quads. I'm dripping sweat. I'm really not sure if I'll be able to keep that. 7 minutes to go. I'm in the city center. No cars, but also no one else to be drafting with. Like, it's so much more effort to sustain this pace and the watts than at the beginning. Yeah, the scooter would be fine though. So much more effort than at the beginning and still the same watts. I think the time is ticking much slower than in real time. 4 minutes, come on. This will be the longest 3 minutes and a half in my life, I guess. I'm feeling a bit dizzy already. 2 minutes, fucking hell. Like the fact I'm riding uphill isn't helping mentally. You got this, come on. 1 minute, now only seconds remaining. 15. Come on, let's try. One. Keep pedaling. I'm not really sure about that. I can't You did a great job. This is your FTP, 203 watts. Okay, I'm just glad that it's over. That was crazy. That was crazy. The FTP is 203 watts, which, to be honest, I wasn't expected that I will keep it over 200, even though like the FTP from the ramp test was showing me 225. I knew that it is overestimated, and not just in my case, but as I've heard from experienced riders that like ramp tests tend to overestimate your heart rate, FTP, sorry. So the fact I'm still over the 200s is my first full FTP 20-minute test. I take that all day long. But otherwise, yeah, as you can see here in the graph, I'm not really sure where's the cursor here, that I was like manipulating with the gears, as I haven't figured it out that like I'm on the maximum actually, and that like the watts are adjusting the effort I can put on. And if I would have probably set higher FTP, higher watts, then it would let me. Anyway, after a few minutes, I realized that it is way too enough for me. So yeah, like the second half of it, I was sustaining like 112 watts, but it was harder and harder and longer and longer. Congratulations, your workout is complete. Yeah, I'm super happy that it is complete. Let me just change gears. New personal records achieved this month, new FTP, all-time 20 minutes power. Let's click continue and let's see the stats. Okay, so 20 minutes FTP test is complete. And as you can see, my old FTP from the ramp test, as I was mentioning, was basically wrong and overestimating my fitness on the bike. So even though it sounds like demotivating that I have now lower FTP, I think it's much better for me than like trying to sustain the FTP, which isn't really my FTP, and so on. So I'm gonna update that, continue, and that's it. So now I'm gonna clean the bike setup. It's still dripping sweat from me, and then I'm gonna have a shower, proper lunch, and then probably some stretching for my legs, so I'm not only like sitting behind the computer or not doing anything for the rest of the day. So definitely doing some stretching and regenerate properly. And that's about it. So let me know what was your first experience with FTP test, like this 20-minute variant, in the comments. I would love to hear that. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!